fourth chapter. In fact, there is an important discussion that relates to this question in that chapter, where Nagarjuna responds to a series of objections from the Buddhist realist schools. Because for the Buddhist realists, when they listen to Nagarjuna's teachings on emptiness, which presents rejection of the notion of inherent existence across all phenomena, to them this sounds like a form of nihilism. And their argument is that if one does not accept some notion of essence to phenomena, something that provides the basis for them to retain their identity and characteristics, something that defines their nature, something that gives them the identity and existence, and then there is nothing to differentiate one phenomenon from the other. And therefore, in that case, then the phenomenon that we are talking about simply does not exist. So for the Buddhist realist school, the Madhyamaga's teaching on emptiness, which explains emptiness of inherent existence, sounds like nothingness, non-existence of anything. So therefore they argue that if your statement that all phenomena are devoid of inherent existence is true, then that means there is no samsara, there is no nirvana, and there is no three jewels. Three jewels would not exist, and all of this. So there is a series of objections raised against Nagarjuna, to which then Nagarjuna responds by saying that the objections that you have raised really arises from a certain misunderstanding. Your failure to understand what is the purpose of the teaching of emptiness, what is the meaning of emptiness, and what exactly is its nature. So then he goes on to explain what these three are. And in explaining what is the purpose of the teaching of emptiness, he points out that the purpose of emptiness is to really eradicate our grasping at phenomena. And here he states in another text, 60 stanzas of reasoning, which is another Madhyamaka middleway text. Nagarjuna says that to a mind, that holds on to some notion of object, some notion of locus, why wouldn't the afflictions arise in that mind? In other words, Nagarjuna is saying that as long as there is some notion of objectivity, there is some notion of some kind of location to which one can refer to, so long as there is that kind of notion to a mind, then on the basis of that, grasping will arise, which will then lead to afflictive responses in the form of attraction or aversion, and so on. So what Nagarjuna is pointing out is that one of the principal purposes of the teaching of emptiness is to dismantle this objective focus that serves as the basis for our grasping. And so, and this dismantling of the objective focus does not imply a total negation of the phenomenon, or non-existence of the phenomenon. So therefore, emptiness does not imply non-existence or mere nothingness. Therefore, because if you, he then goes on to explain the meaning of emptiness is dependent origination. And then he explains this, for example, dependent and non-dependence, or dependence and independence, are mutually exclusive. In fact, they are directly contradictory, and they observe the law of the excluded middle.